Pulse chain.
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 What is happening with single-sided staking on PulseX? Now, we've seen this tab here for a while, and it's been blank. It's always been blank. It wasn't blank on the testnet, and I know people were playing around with it. I wasn't one of them, so I didn't experience getting the extra token that you can earn when you stake PLSX single-sided. There's been a series of posts now from Richard and others that have come and gone. Some have been deleted, some are missing. I can't find them. So there's a lot of confusion about what's going on. Let's try to get to the bottom of it here. So this is a quote. So I don't know if he's quoting Richard here. This is Dipcatcher, and he's saying, "Hello everyone. I've decided not to implement the single-sided staking feature for PulseX because the system will be stronger if we don't dilute the INC allocated to liquidity providers by rewarding a low-risk activity separate from liquidity provision." So I don't know if this was a deleted quote from Richard or someone else, and he's just quoting it here. Maybe he should have taken a screenshot. That would have been better. I'd like to see that. And someone's asking, how do you feel about that? He's saying, I don't really care about staking PLS in the first place. Is there extra special layman's explanation? No, PulseX single-sided staking because it's my choice. Thanks. RH Max is here saying not to mention not strengthening Hex staking. It looked like the low risk activity and SSS would compete as far as RH products go. So they've got some interesting takes there. Maybe single-sided staking wasn't so good. Then we have this post here. This is a guy called Not Richard. I don't know who this guy is. I haven't seen him before. He is followed by some people I follow, but only a few. And he's not happy with Richard. He's saying the Richard Hart that we once knew is no longer here. This Richard Hart is delusional and non-transparent. Never talked about single-sided staking. So, and then he's talking about the testnet stuff. So we don't want to talk too much about that because it was a testnet. So I think this was the post that was deleted. It is looks like the real. He says the audacity of straight up begging for other people's money is weird to me. Single-sided staking where someone else gives you their money for doing nothing. The same exact thing they could do by just sending you their money instead of asking you to put coins in a contract beforehand. Don't you feel shame? Straight up begging. I don't think I ever mentioned this single-sided staking except for today. So I think this post is gone now. It's been deleted. So I think this was the one I saw. This tweet has been deleted. It says there. But after that, I think this post was. It's hard to tell by the dates because you don't know what time zone someone's in. So this is my time zone here, and it looks like it's later than that one. And in this post, he goes. He's mentioning Hex, but right at the end, he says single-sided staking needs to wait. So it looks like there's a contradiction there from the other two posts, and it looks like it's back on. So I don't know what's going on here. We're keeping an eye on it. But this post is more about go.hex.com, which has also had some problems. And he says devs have finite time. Go.hex.com is being worked on for Pulse Chain. Auto Router is being worked on. Upstream updates are being merged for core clients. Wallet Connect is also being upgraded. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. So don't expect any streams to be coming out soon from Richard. If you go over to go.hex.com, this is what it looks like. The problems I've had is I can connect to the Ethereum network when I log on to MetaMask, but then when you switch over to the Pulse Chain network, it doesn't work. But funnily enough, the first day when Pulse Chain launched, I had them both working. They were both working, and now I just can't get onto the Pulse Chain network. Only the ETH network works. So what else have we got here? We got PulseX buying opportunity. Possibly it's going down. There's a bit of a drop here. I think it's recovered slightly since this post. It's around here now, I think, around about there. But it's swinging. It's still, that's about 70% down from sack rate. Now, there's a new farm that Richard has launched. It's a BTC from ETH and a BTC on Pulse Chain. So if you go over to here on the farms, and you can see this one here, that's the new one that's come in. There's 1 million of liquidity in there now. So that's up and running. And Richard's talking about that here. Free airdrop. You have $83 per WBTC waiting for you here. So there's people who've got WBTC on Pulse Chain is paired with WBTC on Ethereum and WPLX 6 million plus liquidity. So you can see those coming in there. This is someone else talking about that. BTC on Pulse had about 700k net buy-in. This is Yu Young. So this is it's up now to, as we saw, around 1 million there. What else do we have here in the updates? So KTP is giving a bit of history here. Hex launched in December during the bear market with Max FUD and Max Pain, and it went down 85% at launch. The BTC halving was 5 months later when Hex really started to run. So is there a pattern there? Pulse Chain launched 1 month ago, almost 2 months now actually. The next BTC halving is in 10 months, 40 odd weeks to shake out the weekends. So is this going to have an impact on the Pulse Chain taking off? We're yet to see on that one. What else have we got here? Issues with Robinhood. They're force selling your Sol. On June 9th, we announced that we would end support for Sol on June 27th. At this time, we also let Sol holders know that any Sol still Robinhood after that decline will be sold automatically. So Rich is showing not your keys, not your coins, so they can force sell your crypto on that exchange there. Now, this was an interesting one. This guy here, if you don't know who he is a quite a prominent politician in the UK, and he's had his bank close down his account just because he is, according to them, on the wrong side of the debate. He's had no explanation, so Richard's posting here that cryptocurrency solves this. So we're having more and more of these issues with banks just cancelling people and closing down people. So not a good situation there. And this is the last post for this update here. So this individual here, Somi, as you probably know him, is quite a prominent guy in the RH Hex Pulse Chain PulseX community, and his account was suspended. I saw a few people post about it, but this guy here, the Pulse Tube, is saying, I've just been in communication. This is a permanent suspension. Hopefully the community can help him get his account back. There are many fake accounts of Somi. Twitter needs to reinstate his account. So I don't know what happened there. Strange, I haven't been keeping up with Twitter too much in the last few days. I've been busy, but yeah, hopefully he can get his account back. So those were a few updates of what's happening in the RH ecosystem.